Hey there. All right. Whew. I've done a lot of bad movies lately. It feels good to kind of watch something that isn't so well bad. So today on LSJ's late reviews we have Kill Me Again. So Kill Me Again is a 1989 neo-noir crime thriller kind of movie. It's directed by John Dahl, written and directed by John and Rick Dahl, and starring Val Kilmer, Joanne Whalley, who was then billed as Joanne Whalley Kilmer, and Michael Madsen. Now, this is by the same director of a movie that I thought was pretty fucking good. A hidden gem of a flick called Red Rock West. So this is John Dahl's first movie, Red Rock West. Try saying that fucking 5 times fast. Red Rock West. Yeah. But that was his second movie. Kill Me Again is his feature debut, and it's pretty damn solid. Now the general gist is Michael Madsen and Joanne Whalley, they're Vinny and Faye. They rob the mafia out of a shit ton of money. They're walking out of the back of a casino, and Vinny and Faye rob them, piss off with a suitcase full of cash. Now, there's a bit of an argument between Vinny and Faye, which leads to Faye smacking Vinny with a rock and pissing off with the money. You know, Vinny wanted to lay low. We've just ripped off the mafia, and Faye's just like, "I want to go Vegas. Fuck you." So there we go. There's going to be mild spoilers here. Nothing too heavy. I'm not going to spoil a lot of the plot or anything like that. But in order to talk about the three main characters of this movie, I'm going to mention some shit. So be aware of that. Now, Faye runs to Reno. Yes, I know it's not Las Vegas, but and goes and finds this private detective, Jack Andrews, I think his name is. I'm going to have a look because I'm a professional. And it's Jack Andrews. Woohoo! My memory works. All right, cool. So Jack Andrews is a pretty shit private investigator. In fact, the movie starts with like loan sharks going through his drawers and shit looking for valuable stuff because he owes them a shit ton of money. So he's a bit of a gambler. He's down on his luck. He needs some cash. So Faye comes up to him and is like, "Hey, if you can fake my death, help me fake my death, I'll give you 10 grand, which turns out to be the money that Jack needs in order to pay these loan sharks. And complications ensue from there, involving the police, of course, Faye herself, who turns out to be, this typical kind of untrustworthy femme fatale kind of woman that are in a lot of these kind of neo-noir flicks. And of course, the mafia and stuff like that. Now, I really need to talk about Michael Madsen in this movie, because this movie came out in 1989. It's a good, 3 or 4 years before Reservoir Dogs, 92. Now, Michael Madsen, yes, he's in both those flicks, but I have to imagine that a young Quentin Tarantino at the video store picked this movie up, put it on, watched it, and was like, "Oh, I really like this Michael Madsen guy." And it's because Michael Madsen's Vince Miller in this movie is a prototype for Mr. Blonde. He's crazy, he's a killer, he enjoys torturing people and killing people, and he's just a fucking psychopath. In fact, there are scenes in this, and this is years before Reservoir Dogs, that are very Reservoir Dogs. So I have to think that this movie, in some small part, did influence parts of Reservoir Dogs, which took me by surprise. I did not expect Michael Madsen's character in this to just be so damn similar to Mr. Blonde. Now, I don't know much about Joanne Whalley. which is a shame. She's fucking fantastic in this movie. She's a character who doesn't like the thought of jail and doesn't like the thought of a boring life. So she'll take risks that'll put her in harm's way and all this kind of stuff. But she doesn't want to get caught by the cops, by the mafia. And when the two men in her life, this being Jack Andrews, who's Val Kilmer, and obviously Michael Madsen's Vinny, suggest to her things like laying low for a while in this quiet, peaceful place, she's looking for the fastest way to stab them in the back and all this kind of stuff. Really, really interesting character. Amazing performance. She's great. And I've always liked Val Kilmer. He's a pretty good actor. He's very convincing as a kind of down on your luck private investigator that will even take a stupid, shitty job of faking someone's death to just get out of paying these mafia dudes. I will say this movie is a tad predictable in places, and whilst it shares some similarities with Red Rock West, I think John Dahl must have taken the lessons he learnt from making this movie and learned from them, because Red Rock West is a superior film in almost every single way. Great performances in each, but I think the second feature is definitely the stronger of the two. Now, there's some similarities, but I feel that Red Rock West has a bit more of a moral ambiguity, a bit more depth to the characters in this one. However, this isn't a bad flick. It's a solid, decent neo-noir crime flick. It won't blow your mind, but I think you will enjoy it. I give it a 7. Check it out. And it's worth a look, and you don't need every movie to blow your mind. Hell, I've had multiple movies recently that dulled my mind big time. So to have something that was just an enjoyable 90 minutes, and I'm just like, that was nice. And there it is. Give me a like, dislike, share, and subscribe. All that junky McCrap. I don't know if I'll have another one out this weekend, but I'm hoping for one on Monday. It just depends. I got a lot of wrestling to watch this weekend. There's some New Japan tonight and some AEW tomorrow, but none of you care about that. You just want to hear me talk about the movies, don't you? There you go. Done it. Let's put the thing on the thing. There is Red Rock West. Oh, it's up there. Yeah, we'll put it on the side. Very solid. There we are. No fart noise.